Bring me back to just before we were working together, when we
Hmm.
were having like onboarding calls. You weren't sure if we were going to work together yet.
Yeah.
What were your top three challenges at that time?
Yeah, in my situation or in considering you, like generally or more specifically about like job search.
Let's go with the part about job search.
Yeah. So the question again was the three biggest
Challenges. And
challenges.
it doesn't have to be three. What were your biggest challenges? What
Biggest
were you
challenges.
trying to overcome?
Um, Scarcity of opportunity based on my role, previous role. Um, Plan of attack. There's subsets within plan of attack. It's obviously figuring out the role, figuring out the next role, brand, my brand, um, resume, very, very basic bedrock kind of foundational things that are hard to do when you get laid off because you are kind of starting from scratch again if you weren't being proactive, as proactive as you should have been while you were already employed.
Hmm.
So it was, yeah, plan of attack and understanding the market and how I fit into the market at that point in time.
Yeah. And what was that like for you? How were you feeling at the time?
Leveled. Yeah, completely freaked out, scared, very doubtful, um, uncertain, all that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What was your worst fear at that time?
Um, Not being able to do it.
Hmm.
Really simply not being able to get another job because
Yeah.
of the because of how many other people I knew in my industry had also been laid off. One thing if it's you and your company is in a weird place, my industry is in a weird place. That was like a whole other layer of it.
Yeah. Do you have any idea how you fared as opposed to other people who were in your situation? Are they still, looking for jobs? How are they doing?
I don't have a sense of that. I also moved on from the industry, so I kind of checked out from that a bit. Um, yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
So 4 months ago, we had this conversation. You had been, I think at that point, you had been laid off a month ago, and you were reeling from the layoff, and you were also, I got a sense of anger and frustration from you, and like you were just done with your industry. You wanted to make a change, and you wanted to change to project management.
Yeah, that's driven a lot by necessity. Again, like trying to be logical, trying to be realistic,
Mm.
trying not to just dig in and say, this is what I do, this is the only thing I do. Trying
Yeah.
to be malleable and pliable and movable. Um, that was a big thing for me. I had seen what digging in had gotten me, and it had gotten me to that point. That's what digging in did. And I still struggle with it, and I still because it's such music's and the industry and how where my interests really lie and the things I really love about it, none of which I was doing, but the things that I love about it in an ideal world, what I would be doing, still sometimes I have that pain, that twinge of pain of, oh, I'm leaving that behind. That's hard still.
Mm.
But I mean, even yesterday, I got hit up a recruiter at Apple, $100 an hour, project manager. I'm not going to get that because that's 8 to 10 year experience and it's Apple. And again, let's be realistic. But it's like I wasn't getting people, and it was contracts. It wasn't full time. But and then yesterday, Expedia.com needs some. It's like I see how there's more opportunity here. So I have to just keep forward, realize that that's a love of mine, but it didn't provide what I needed it to provide, and move on, because there's going to be more opportunity here.
Yeah. Yeah. So you were taking care of yourself in a way of like, there's definitely some, I hear grief there
Yeah.
about what you were doing, this love that you had, this passion, and how it kind of, I think, betrayed you, is how we were talking about it.
Yeah.
There's going to be grief there for a while.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you were looking for your own self-interest and saying, look, I've been there. I've done that. It's time to move on to something that is more pragmatic, where there are more roles, where
Mhm.
there's more growth potential, and you landed on project management for that.
Yes. Yep.
Great. So you came to me for help with figuring out what role,
Hmm.
or what is my brand, what is my personal brand,
Mhm.
and how do I align myself with that so that I can get more opportunities within this completely new world and industry that I'm in.
Yep. That's right.
So how did I help you do that?
Mhm. Um, well, just very practically, you helped define an ideal role. You helped build my resume, and you helped um, organize a strategy around how to find roles and get interviews. Those, I mean, it's simple. That's what it was, really.
Mm, yeah. So after working with me, what's your life like now, or what are you?
The results of our work together.
Yes.
Well, I got a job. Um, I am, I still have these concerns with the salary, and I don't know how much it changes my life, this salary versus the old one. But I'm immeasurably better off now than 4 months ago without a job. So I'm in a better place, set up better for the next thing, and I'm trying to incorporate learnings and do things better, whether it be my network, how I conceive of my role at the given point in time, how I'm tracking my role at the given point in time, how I'm putting to words my role so that I can tell it to others better. Just things like that I'm hoping to continue to incorporate into my progress in my career.
Mhm.
Um, so things are much better. But I'm also still I have to still be thinking ahead, because it's not it doesn't just drop me off in like, oh, an incredible place. Or maybe I should be more positive. But yeah, I don't know. I'm rambling.
No, you're good. You got a $15,000 raise.
Yeah, right.
And in New York, I definitely hear what you're saying about is it going to be material or not? You have some scope for improvement, but and it also sounds like you have more hope of improvement in your current state.
Yeah, I think there's going to be more opportunity.
Great. Do you think you could have done this on your own?
No, I could not have done this on my own. um I needed the quite frankly the emotional support, the it was so helpful about you, and this is the structure. 2 days a week, I had an hour each with you, and I got a plan for that week, each week, and for that day, and for the next month. There was a structure, there was a plan, there was a strategy. I needed that structure big time. that was
Good.
that was huge. To know that there was also somebody else that was in my corner was big. and that there was just a strategy and a structure to each week, waking up and knowing, okay, this is what I have to do this week. Um, I could have, I don't think I could have, I would have, if I had done it just for myself, it would have looked different, and it wouldn't have been as structured, and it wouldn't have been as targeted. And I would have been floundering a lot more, I think.
Mhm. Yeah, and it sounds like that structure for you was really important, especially in, when you're going through an emotionally difficult time and a very stressful time, structure is really, really important. And it sounds like that was really helpful.
That was huge for me, structure. Yeah.
Yeah. Was this worth the investment for you?
100%. Yeah. Easy. Would do it again.
What would you say to someone who's hesitant to work with me?
Um, I just, what I needed, I would relay it to them about how it helped me. And I would tell them, if you struggle with putting a plan together, if it feels overwhelming to you, this will decompose it a bit. Um, this will, what's the better word? Smallify. This will make things more manageable for you in your attack. Um, I mean, I could say a lot of things, but I guess that would be the main thing of this. This will put a strong plan together for you if you struggle to see what's next.